Hi, this is Kevin from Christ Connection. Welcome back to day 2 of our adventure of finding a joy-filled relationship with God in prayer. And I'm here today in the kids area of my home church because I thought this would be an appropriate place to talk about having fun in prayer. Jesus said, unless you come to me like a little child, you can't enter the kingdom of God. And I think we might be onto something when we're thinking about that in our prayer life. When I first wrote my book, Enjoying Prayer, the working title was actually Having Fun in Prayer, Fun in Prayer. And I think that's an important thing to think about. Now, I understand there's a serious and a somber part to our prayer life. But at the same time, we're engaging with the God of the universe who is fun, is interesting. He spun the worlds into order. He's creative, and he likes to spend time with you. And if you can start at that place as an entry point, as his child, coming into his presence, we are his children, we're coming to be with him, it could take a whole new level to your prayer life. And there's been a history of this in the church. One of the great stories is the guy by the name of Frank Laubach. Frank Laubach was a missionary in the Philippines trying to spread literacy across the Philippines. Yet he wanted to take his prayer life to the next level. And so he engaged in what he called the game of minutes. The basic idea of the game of minutes was he was going to try and think about God or pray 1 second of every minute of every day and work towards that goal. And he made a game of it. See how close, just turning his thoughts towards God as he went about his day, doing his ministry, doing his assignments in 1 second of every minute. What if you were to gamify your prayer life? Again, now don't turn this off just because it seems strange. Think about it for a second. What if you were to try to set up a way that you spent more time with God? The Bible says pray without ceasing. Well, maybe try to get closer to the ideal score. The game, as you work through a video game, now I'm a nerd, I can talk about this, you work at getting a better score every time, whether it's whatever that or further down the road. What if you were to do that with your prayer life? Maybe it's for a day. You have how much time have I spent with God? How can I up that a little bit? Or maybe for a week, what would a good week look like? And then how can we up that time with God? And as you find the joy of that, find the adventure of that. Prayer does not become a drudgery, but rather an opportunity. And then in the midst of that, all of a sudden, you're in the presence of God, and your life has changed. So let me give you a practical way to bear this out. First of all, if you're a phone person, maybe set up automatic reminders throughout the day. Maybe every hour the bell goes off and it just says, remember God. And so for that, whatever you're doing, you may be in a meeting, whatever it is, you can go on with what you're doing, but inside of you, you're taking a moment and shooting a thought towards God, reconnecting with him on the inside, just as you're going throughout the day. And then find other ways to add to that game. Maybe do it with a friend. That always helps. Adding, see how well, and then talk about what worked, what didn't work, and build that relationship with God to the next level by coming to him as a little child, making a game of it, and you'll be surprised that as you begin with that attitude, with the joy and the fun of it, you'll enter into this relationship with God that will be powerful and will be life-changing. So hope that helps you as we're building. Again, we're building. We talked about reminders yesterday. Now we're talking about a gaming. Come on back tomorrow and we'll talk again, and we'll get you on the road to a joy-filled relationship with God. Thank you.